Howdy ho, my peeps! I'm taking a little break from sorting clothing. That's what I've been doing all day. I've been sorting out from what fits now, what fit 30 pounds ago, what might fit 50 pounds ago, uh, which I should throw out the last two categories. I know this, all right? But hope springs eternal, so I'm holding on to it. Anyway, so I've been sorting clothes. That's why my dishes are all dirty still. Not that it matters. And I thought I would sit down, take my vitamin. My son got me these chewy vitamins from somewhere. And I faithfully take them every day because he's sweet. He wants to make sure I get enough vitamins. That's adorable. So anyway, I thought I would take a break. And I wanted to share with you a conversation I've been having with a friend. We've been talking about bras. And she was talking about how she's kind of running out of bras, needs to get some bras, blah, blah. And I said, listen, have you tried the sports bras, which is what I got on right now? You know, these stretchy things, you get them at Walmart. Have you tried the Walmart sports bras? And no, she hasn't, but it occurred to me that that is all I wear anymore. I don't even own a bra that hooks in the back and has adjustable, straps. Don't. However, when I was a teenager, into my young adulthood, I probably should have eaten this before I started talking. So, let me just finish this vitamin. I'm also eating a little bag of almonds. Man, I've been the queen of crappy lighting lately. Look at this. It's horrible. I have a little bit of daylight coming in from the window there. A little bit of overhead lighting. I turned off the back lighting in the kitchen because that always makes things weird. It's like a tart berry flavor. Okay. Vitamin is swallowed. Now, anyway, back to the bras. So, I was thinking about the bras that I used to wear in my lifetime. And I'm going to tell you all about them. Okay, bra number one, my mother bought for me. I was not there. It was what we used to call a training bra. Did I just spit on the... I did. Oh, Lord. Anyway. God. Oh, I don't know what's in these almonds, but I'm really liking it. Anyhow, so she buys me a training bra, right? I think I was, 7 or something. I mean, the boobs came in very early for the coyote. They really did. So, I'm not 7. I was probably 9. Let's say I was 9. And she bought it at Sears. I remember that day, that afternoon, she came in and she had some shopping stuff. One of the things she had was a little sleeveless poly cotton blend top that buttoned up the front and had some pin tucking here, sleeveless, little collar. She bought that for me. I think there was a yellow one, I think a white one, and maybe a mint green one. I think she bought 3. And she bought me my first bra. She actually bought 2. You remember training bras. Basically, they sort of looked like a bra, but there was no place for the boobs to go because you assumed you didn't really have them yet at that point. So anyhow, I remember feeling so weird when she showed me this bra. I had this really strange feeling in the pit of my stomach, like something had just changed in my world, and I wasn't so sure I was ready for this thing. But because I was beginning to fill out, she decided it was time. Well, the hilarious thing is the training bra fit me for about, 3 weeks or something. By the end of that year, I was wearing my mother's bras. I am not kidding. Into the 4th grade, I was wearing my mother's bras. So embarrassing. So, anyhow, So from the training bra, I started wearing my mother's bras. And then my mom started buying me bras. I can't remember what, brand or style or anything like that. But I do remember that when the boobs stopped growing, when I was in about the 8th grade, she started buying me a bra by the Bali Company, Bali. And the name of the model of this bra was called the Snowflake. It was the Bali Snowflake bra. Now, this bra was built like a Sherman tank. I mean, when you were inside this bra, nothing was going to go anywhere. I mean, it practically had as much metal as a Sherman tank. The thing was, it was a marvel of engineering. It really was. And the thing I loved most about this bra, well, I didn't love this bra because it was freaking uncomfortable, because they would cinch you up real tight in it, because she took me to the bra fitter lady for this one. We had a bra fitting shop down in this old mall that now has got nothing but crackheads, and I think the DMV is down there now. Anyway, she takes me down to the bra fitting place, and this ancient little old lady comes over and feels me up, makes me lean forward, feels me up, makes me lean back, feels me up, move around, feels me up, pretty much decides on my bra size. She comes out with this thing. I mean, this big, heavy bra. She cinches me up in it. Okay, so I was going to tell you, the thing I loved most about this bra was it had no padding in it at all. I mean, the material that actually covered your skin was very, very thin. And it had like this faint sort of snowflake pattern in it. That's why they called it the snowflake. But anyhow, it was a very stiff fabric, even though it was thin. So anyhow, so she gets me all trussed up in this thing. Okay. If you don't know what the bullet grill on a 1956 Cadillac Sedan DeVille looks like, go look it up, because that's what the boobs looked like. They were like these conical, pointed, with like sharp, ends on them. You could put somebody's eye out with those things. I mean, they were frightening. And all of a sudden, instead of looking like a slouched over, little fat girl with, too much boob, all of a sudden, your shoulders are pulled back and your boobs are up and out and pointing at the world. And, you've got this cantilever chest. You're not sure how you're standing upright. And all the boys that look at you aren't sure how you're standing upright either. It was just embarrassing from start to finish. So, and mind you, this was back in the days before sports bras. They didn't have these stretchy, smush you down, hold you in, keep you from flopping around ones, all right? That wasn't a choice back then. Oh, and the other thing about it, it had 12 hooks on the back. Okay, if you're anything like me, you used to envy the girls that could wear those pretty, lacy little bras with the little lacy cup things and the little inserts and the little, ribbon roses on them and the tiny little straps like this. And in the back, they had one or maybe two hooks, and that was it. Narrow little back closure. No. Never in my life have I think even my training bra had more construction than that. This had this big, huge band, with these heavy steel reinforced hook things. I mean, it was just, it was embarrassing. It really was. And I wore that thing more or less through my teenage years, with one exception that I'll have to tell you about. And into my, my young adult years, and then I stopped wearing it, probably because I was too poor and I couldn't afford it, so I started buying cheap bras at the Kmart. I can't recall. Anyhow, so I pretty much wore that all the time, except in 1975 or 6. There was an underwear company called John Kloss. John Kloss was supposedly a designer. I'm not even sure if he really was, or it was just the name of something, like Sara Lee Cake. I don't know. But anyhow, the John Kloss company came out with a brand of underwear, bras and matching panties called Glossies. And they were this 3-way stretch or 4-way stretch, I guess all-way stretch, super, super thin. Like, it was almost like a microfiber. It felt different than anything that was out there on the market at the time. Really simple, no frills at all. Real simple design. They hooked in the front, and there was no, I mean, they were underwire, but there was no like other construction to speak of. And so they were real sexy looking. But the coolest thing is they came in these really neat colors, like this plum that I'm wearing and a deep teal. They came in black and white. I think a navy blue. These really rich jewel tone colors. Bras and panties. Man, I could not wait to get my hands on those. And oddly enough, they actually fit pretty well. So I wore those damn things until they fell apart. Again, somewhere in my, early child rearing life when I could no longer afford expensive underwear. I, tore up the last one that I had, and that was it. So anyway, so now I'm on to the big packs of, 22 pair of underwear for $27 and, granny panties and these things, which I adore. I just love them. So that's my underwear story. That's my bra story. And the other thing on our conversation was whether or not you sweat. Well, she was asking me, do you sweat a lot? And the answer to that, oddly enough, is no. Now, when I was a premenopausal woman, I sweat a lot. And we're talking body sweat now. My face is often sweaty because I'm often like working and I just sit down to talk to you guys and I'll be all sweaty. But from the neck down, I don't sweat a lot anymore. And that has been like a postmenopausal sort of development. I thought that's kind of interesting because I remember sweating like a pig all the time. Not so anymore. That's odd. So anyhow, I just wanted to say howdy ho. Like I said, I've been busy in my room. Today's a bad day. Today's a low energy day. Today is a high pain day. I didn't take any painkillers. I didn't drink any coffee. So I'm sort of just toughing it out, trying to get things done, trying to get all the clothes separated, trying to get everything put away so that in a day or two, when I walk into my room and I look at my walls that are all lined with bureau drawers now, they will have nicely folded contents and I won't have stuff on my floor and all of that. So the other thing I wanted to show you, one last thing. Oh, you guys remember the big, huge, angry fairy that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I put her in water and she swelled up and looked like she was going to kill somebody, looked like she was going to smite somebody? Well, this is what happens when the big, huge fairy loses her water. She gets small again, but she was like twice the size. She was really big and scary and all kind of wet looking and evil. I've got a picture of her on my Facebook somewhere. So anyhow, fairy's back to normal size. Don't know what I'm going to do with her now. I'll probably throw her out. And I also want to show you, I don't think I showed you these. When I was at an antique store, these things were on sale, and I thought they were so adorable. Leanne had told me about them. She'd seen them, and so I went back a few days later to actually buy them. I should take them out of their wrapping, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to take them out of the wrapping. I'm going to just move them so that they're, yeah. Anyhow, check this out. It's a mermaid mommy and her 3 mermaid babies. They're wall plaques. Aren't those adorable? This is the sort of thing you would normally put in a bathroom, but I think they're going to live out here in the living room somewhere. I just think they're as cute as they can be. And they were pretty inexpensive. I think I paid, let's see, does it say on the back? No. I think I paid, well, I remember they were having a sale, so probably somewhere around $22, something like that. So And they're in perfectly darling shape. There's no chips or anything on them, and it's a full set. So I could probably turn around and sell them on eBay, but I'm not going to, because I never sell anything. All I do is collect and hoard, and sometimes throw things away, or sometimes leave things out in the rain so that they get destroyed, and then I have to throw them away, which I'm beginning to wonder in my mind if that's not like something I do intentionally so I can declutter. I blame it on the rain. So, is that everything? I think that's about everything. Yeah. So, I took a nap a little while ago, got up and sorted some more, and I'm waiting for my husband to get home. I wish he would get home soon, especially if he's bringing dinner, which he might be. He might be bringing chili rellenos tonight, which I adore, from a little tiny hole-in-the-wall place up the hill, itty-bitty little restaurant run by a family, and they make their chilis relleno by hand. They don't buy them from a food service. They start with a regular chili, and they try to do them about this size, but this size sells out really quick. So if you go by the end of the day, they're going to have them, they'll be smaller, like that, because it's whatever size chili they happen to get in. And they're absolutely fantastic. So, do I have anything else to show you? I don't. Nothing else sitting on my table. Oh, I'm sitting on my mother's dining chair at her dining table. The pump organ is right over there. The rest of the dining furniture has been put in place where I made spaces for it. I'm really, I haven't taken all the wrapping off and, that sort of thing. I just kind of barely got things put into place. Earlier today, I spent the morning polishing the pump organ because it was super dusty, kind of dried out. So I hit it with the Guardsman, which was fine, but then I realized, it really needs some lemon oil or something. So I lemon oiled it, and I polished it out, and I buffed it out, and it turned out really nice. So probably my next video, I will do a little tour, and you can see the furniture that I inherited from my mother, and we'll talk about something else. Not bras, but something else. So anyhow, I hope you guys all have a wonderfully excellent evening. Sorry about the crappy lighting, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.